Attorney General Godfred Odame ekopimo Taadi mamu omo campaign change chana asam keto na Ghana for nsembe bebenana oditudwa na so chema osentin breaking the 8 day it is very possible na say it is highly possible na osentin it is also very necessary say government na say MP amanyokunu and say osukokoko amanyokunu betumi breaking the 8 no for the future of the country. If it's Ghana for Osha and Sema, former president John Dramani Mahama edited Japan or trusted to Sober President or Obayena, which means clearly, free SHS policy, ni other policies president another Nanko Kufado Ediabano Ghana for Obetrim Obayena passa. To the point say or catch a Nkofana say conform more honum say to Sober President free SHS policy no about upgrading to the point say aban no about 30%. Now, aban about 30%. Now, parents no offer 70% of the fees and as a 70% of the cost for their children's education. But Ghana for young child before the free SHS policy. Now, that was how it was back then. It was 30% from the government and 70% from the parents. We're purchasing to say Obaba president as senior education system back then. That's what it will be. That means the government will provide some books for the children. But about school fees, parents in the bit, about parents in the bit. This is what former President John Dramani Mahama in Ghana for say quick analysis on former President John Dramani Mahama. Ejina Simpisu edituja comparing to what the Attorney General Godfred Odame so sadi tudana or CS Sintino. As I said to my MP Amanyokunu senior betuma boy and bad that she said betuma boy the future of the country. To me say yes, Ghana for this analysis is vivid and it's true. TSM ne kunekuti in sama Attorney General Godfred Odame editu Jambra with the muina ase.
Nipa ko oboafo nipa. Onyankopa boafo. Onyankopa boafo.
A good friend who is a helper. I mean, for me, is it for a fair meeting, a fair constituency, we need a person who will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, who will be your helper at all times, who will be your friend, and who will help you in times of need. And that person, for me, can be none other than lawyer Bawumia. Joboy. TBC. Now, it is very important that MPP breaks the 8. And breaking the 8, is not for any selfish reason at all. In my view, it is simply for the future of this country. But your mama NDC for one that no. My crowd. Me can show NDC for me so what? NDC a party one. Anyone present anyone in contest. Now a score 9 points or 90%. Now when you 1 point, when you score 1 point or 10%, 110%. What be the match now 90% saying they would want the whole world to believe that their 10% or 1 point is better than your 90% or 9 points. That's it. Now yes, since we came to power, the free SHS policy clearly involves the commitment of so much funds of state. 1D, 1F, 1 village, 1 dam, other projects. It requires only boldness, clear direction and vision. Maybe in the life of our country, we need a party which is focused, a party which has a clear vision, and this for me on. How about policy in order to coalition? How about vision in order to policy? 24 hours come now, won't chat now. But you're only here. Here, a man with a vision like Dr. Mahama Bawumia. Inti ye boy young the entire Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia laying vote into office as the next president of Ghana. Then also We galvanize our efforts, throw our weight behind lawyer. But step of the way, I'll be with you.
That was the landed attorney general. You know, when you grow in Commonwealth Hall, you know how to speak to audience and you know how to make a case. I think that was a fantastic delivery, very unlike his courtroom. This time he was speaking on the campaign platform and he fitted it so well. Manasseh Azuri would have said he's speaking like a Kwesi team market preacher. I think that was a good job by the Attorney General. All hands are on deck now. The election is looking very, very tight. So everyone is on the campaign platform. If you look at the NDC side, I saw Marietta Brew upon show some reels on social media. She was walking in rain wearing the NDC t-shirt. Do you think that MPP are going to win this election? Raise your hand if you think so and send me a text message. Do you think that the NDC are going hey, they are stealing Kwame Nkrumah's thing. Backward, never forward, ever. Those were the days of the Convention People's Party. You remember the Convention People's Party? That was an election winning machine back in the day, led by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And that's what Dr. Bawumia, let me, you know, I like analyzing the photographs, you see. Look at this woman. Hey, why is she so happy? This woman is very, very, very happy. Hey, Dr. Bawumia is in the middle of the people. Oh, he's inside. They are touching him. They are, hey, Charlie. Some people are raising his hand. Okay, let's check out. This is a security man, obviously. This another security man. I know him. This one I know him. This is a security man. Hey, they don't smile. Oh, they are looking very hard. Whoa, this is how they do it these days. They don't do big rallies as they say. So they do community engagement. But why do they have two stages? Please call Sami Oku and ask him, why does he have two stages there? I think this is for question and answer. I can see some two chairs on this one. Is that what Dr. Bawumia does when he goes around? Does he take questions and does questions and answers? I didn't know that. Oh, okay. That's quite interesting, isn't it? All right. So, okay. Dr. Bawumia is going to the women in the market areas and he's shaking hands with them. But they look at him as if they've heard about him, but this is the first time they are seeing him. They look at him as if they were not even expecting him to be there. This is quite interesting. I'm sure Dr. Bawumia has a lot to say after this campaign. He's gone through Ghana. He's met everybody. He's understood what Ghana is about. After this election, Dr. Bawumia has a lot to say. We pray, hopefully, that if he wins, then he can give an inaugural speech and tell us what he saw around the country when he was campaigning to be president for the first time. Of course, John Dramani Mahama is campaigning to be president for the second time. When you say that, NDC people say that you are doing anti-campaign as if it's not the truth. John Dramani Mahama, my own big man, he's campaigning to be president for the second time. We all know that. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia is campaigning to be president for the first time. I mean, I don't know why sometimes NDC people don't want us to say that, but that's the truth. John Mahama is our brother. We know he's our man. But the truth is that he's campaigning to be president for the second time. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia is campaigning to be president for the first time. In fact, Bawumia is a lucky guy. You know, the first time he tried the MPP flag bearership, he won it. The first time, no, he won it. Professor Dubois, he won it for the first time in 1992 in those circumstances. But since then, everyone has tried it 2-3 times. John Ajekum Kufuor ran in 1992, then he won in 1996. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ran in 1998, and then he won in 2007. Alan Chamartin ran in 2007, he didn't win. He ran in 2012, he didn't win. He ran in the one before 16 was 14, he didn't win. And then he ran again against Dr. Bawumia and lost. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, first time on the ballot, 22 or was it 23 last year? 2023, first time on the ballot in the history of the whole MPP. First time on the ballot, Muhammadu Bawumia was elected, show like that, 60%, bam! The guy has something. The guy has something. Now, he was the odd candidate for the MPP's history. MPP's history has always had, oh, this pen too. Sorry. MPP history has always had Akans in the saddle. This is the first time they got a Mampusi guy coming in. Well, Ali Mahama tried. I think Malik Al-Hassan Yakubu tried. They are all Dagombes. You know, Dagombes are sort of closer to the NLM situation than Mampusi. So Muhammadu Bawumia was coming from outside, a complete outsider. The guy became vice president and then everybody was excited and enamored about his work. Not just politicians and not just his political supporters, Father Campbell, other people. Everybody has talked about Dr. Bawumia's successful achievements as vice president, as the most successful vice president in the Fourth Republic. I don't think that NDC contends that. The NDC don't contend that Bawumia is the most successful vice president. Then the guy goes for the presidential